All right. Facebook, it is time for another conversation with the Viral Networking Conference speaker. This is Miss Caitlin Penny out of Phoenix, Arizona area. She lives in some suburb over there, but let's go with Phoenix. And Caitlin, I met her last year when she came to my conference last year. So welcome, Caitlin, and thank you for saying yes to the conference.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I am too. So excited. This is your first time sponsoring like this, right?
It is. Yes, I'm super nervous, but I'm so excited.
Awesome. I told you I'll take care of you.
And if it was, that's why I said yes, because it's you.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you so much. So you let's start with last year.
Sure.
Your first time meeting me was at the conference last year.
Yes.
And just tell us what that experience was like.
Well, I mean, I am part of Networking in Action in Phoenix, and I know that you run the Networking in Action in Houston. So that is how I met you for the first time through Tish Times. And last year's conference, well, you guys got together, and I call you guys the Golden Girls of Business because everything you touch turns to gold. And I just feel like the people.
Oh, not because we're old. Not because we're old.
No. I actually have never actually seen that show. I'll be honest with you. So that's my own terminology, but
I like your terminology.
Yeah, I think it's better. So I knew that you guys collaborating on a conference like this, that it was just something that I needed to be at. And there, you guys put on a different show than most people do, and you keep it exciting, and I love your energy. And so when I heard about this, I was like, oh, I definitely have to go. And to this day, it was the best virtual conference I've ever been to.
I love that you said that, because it's not your ordinary Zoom box conference, okay?
No.
We are sweet. In fact, this year, I'm taking a drastic step. And the VIPs are live in person, and then we have the people online. So I'm doing a hybrid, crazy lady. What is wrong with you? But, now that we can get in person, it just made sense to me to have that connection. And I'm super excited that we sold out.
Yes.
I'm actually overbooked like an airplane. So I'm so excited and thankful and grateful that we sold out of in-person tickets. So all we got left is virtual. Like you also, is that the dog sneeze?
Yeah, my dog sneezed.
Working from home, people were working from home. So you won an award at our conference last year. What did you win?
Did. So I won the most booked meetings. So I came out with 15 new meetings on the books, and I'm talking on the books. I talked to these people. There were specific breakouts so we can talk and make sure that happened. So when she says guaranteed results, it's true.
Guaranteed to leave this conference with appointments on your calendar. I mean, I can't force people to open their calendar and book appointments. I cannot force that.
You don't have to force me.
You do not want the mama to come out on y'all.
Yeah.
Come to my conference, you better get appointments. And yes, we'll be running the contest again, the most one-to-one scheduled intentionally. So what happened with the 15 appointments? Tell me how that's affected your business.
It's been great. So one of the other reasons that I did attend is because I do attend our other networking meetings. And so it was one, I kind of already knew these people a little bit, or by name or by face. And then it was just kind of feeding into that relationship with networking. And like you say, you have to do it the right way. And there is a right way to do it, an effective way to network with new people. And so I gained an entire new networking group of people, just a new network.
And then, so when she heard I was doing this conference, she said, I'm scared to death. I'm going to invest in this conference. I am coming to Houston, and I'm going to share what I know about branding with your people. So tell us what your top title is.
So I am going to speak about the 5 ways to make sure your brand isn't holding you back so you can go viral.
I love it. So our branding can hold us back.
Yes.
So just to whet their appetite, maybe one way our brand can keep us from going viral.
If you're not consistent. So a brand is super important, and you have to be consistent on all streams, all forms of communication, all social media networks, everything, your website. And that's super important because anyone can start a business and see what sticks. But if you have a well put together brand and a consistent one, what do you think could happen then?
Hey, Val, I see you. How does she do that? Every time I'm on live, Val is right.
Because your branding is consistent.
Consistent. Sister, hey Val, we can't wait to
Hi, Val.
Yeah. So consistency is so important. You may have heard, a little birdie may have told you, but I won a pageant this weekend.
Oh, you know, I think I saw a little bit about that. Yay, congratulations, by the way, in person.
Thank you. And I just got off the Zoom call with one of the judges. Okay, Toni doesn't play. The judge reached out to me and connected me on Facebook. I went to Messenger. Let's do a Zoom.
How hard was that?
His sister is doing a conference in the Bahamas in January.
Hey.
Hubby wants to go to the Bahamas.
Heck yeah, Caitlin wants to go to the Bahamas.
I'm sure some of my clients want to go to the Bahamas. You think I can't take 5, 6 people to her?
Yeah, okay, you can. Yeah. That's awesome.
But the first thing she said to me was, I love your brand.
Yay, that's awesome.
The first thing she said is your branding is so on point.
Be noticeable, makes you relatable, and you're unforgettable.
Say it again slow.
You are unforgettable, Toni.
So, Drastic is the brand. I am so grateful that God gave me that brand. Let me tell you how that brand came up. I don't usually tell this story. And I, in the past, have been telling the story a little bit wrong.
Okay.
So I went to when I first launched my speaking business, I really thought I was going to be a motivational speaker, get on keynote stages, $5,000-$10,000 for 1 hour. That sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, that doesn't necessarily work that way. And so I was visiting the National Speakers Association in Houston. And I was going to talk about my gastric bypass surgery and how that changed my life. So I had to get up and do a 5-minute impromptu talk. And I was going to talk about that and how, unfortunately, I've had a weight issue. And my first husband, he had a weight issue, but he ended up passing away from complications, health-wise. And so they said, well, what's the name of your talk? And I said, I don't have a name. They said, you got to have a name of your talk. I'm like, this is supposed to be impromptu. So they said, you got to have a name of your talk. And I never forget, it was Karen McCullough. Shout out to Karen McCullough, because she was pushing me. You got to have a name to your talk. How are you going to do a talk and you don't have a name?
You go, Karen.
Right? I said, okay, the talk is, sometimes you have to take a drastic step to turn your life around.
And there it is.
And there is where Drastic was born.
That's amazing. And it's always good to have a backstory too. People love hearing it.
Right. So I know you're going to tell people you got to have a brand that tells your story.
It's the most important thing nowadays.
How did you get into branding?
Oh man. Well, short story is when you go to school to get your Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design, they say that oh, my dog is now drinking water. Excuse me. Sir. Okay. Well, anyways. He's just having a moment. He wants to be on screen. He's now going to be your new international speaker. It's his time now.
Right? Welcome to the family. What's his name?
Herbie. His name's Herbie.
Herbie, welcome to the family.
Okay, well, I hope you can hear me.
I hear you fine.
So, they say that logo and branding is like the hardest thing that you can do. And so naturally I was like, well, challenge accepted. So I really love work. Branding is my favorite thing to do. And here's why. I actually make my customers do, I make a mandatory interview process out of it. And so before we even hit the design elements and the creative process, I go through an interview with my clientele that asks everything from why you started a business to what you're passionate about to what your favorite color is, because I realize that most entrepreneurs are their businesses and vice versa. So the best part the best part is learning about them, because I can brand 4 different real estate agents, but not one of them is the same. And so taking those takeaways from that conversation and all of that content that actually turns into social and web content is the most important piece. And that's how I make it happen.
I love it. And let me tell you, let's speak to realtors who have no brand. They think they're part of Keller Williams and Caldwell Banker and anybody else, and that they're wearing their brand. Mm-hmm. So I also work with my clients on coming up with a brand. So realtors, if you're watching this, you need to come to the conference. You need your own brand.
Yes, absolutely.
You are.
So many realtors have a secondary brand underneath who they work for. And it's important because that's how you define your niche.
That's right. And we're going to talk about defining your target market. Yes, we are so in alignment. It's going to be beautiful. So listen, we are out of time. But Caitlin, I'm so grateful that you said yes. I'm glad you loved the conference so much last year. You thought it was going to be amazing, and it is going to. We've already sold out VIPs. I'm so glad y'all stepped up, because the reception, the first night, is going to
be so good. Yes,
fire.
I'm so excited.
Yes,
well, thank you so much. I am so excited to be on stage, and I can't wait to talk to everyone.
Awesome. Get your ticket today, theviralnetworkingconference.com, and share this with everybody. People are struggling to grow their business, and I'm convinced it's because they don't have the relationships they need to get the referrals that change their life. Show up to the Viral Networking Conference. It will be life changing, not just business changing. Change a business, you change a life. And it's going to be phenomenal. Take the drastic step. You don't have a clue what you're going to get into. Just trust it, have faith, trust the process, and register today. Click the link, theviralnetworkingconference.com.
You want to be here.
This is Toni Harris Taylor saying, take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. And we'll see you at the Viral Networking Conference. Bye.
Bye.